Undoubtedly, Kelly. Like I keep repeating myself, pod after pod, that he's improving and he's very good. But if you look at and you zoom in on how he played yesterday, he did what he usually does, but he upped it a notch. And I think that um, if you see where he's coming from, like every game objectively, you can see that there's a player here that progressed a lot in a very short amount of time. But what he did yesterday was something that I haven't seen a lot of defenders in Serie A do. He was carrying almost the whole back line on his back. Not only that, he was also running back and forth to midfield. At a certain point, I think he was outside of the penalty area of Bologna at the end of the first half as well. He put in amazing heart like he always does, but he kind of linked that up with a beautiful performance. Proactive defending, which I always love. I'm not a fan of Bonucci defending, turning your ass when somebody takes a shot. He's more of the proactive type, and he did that so well with a lot of confidence. And the thing I like most, and I'm gonna repeat myself, I see him communicate a lot more. He really fills up those leadership boots naturally. Tries to communicate even in Italian, which I find commendable for somebody from the UK who hasn't been here for not even a year, and somebody who steps up when need be, because we were talking about how important this game is, or the games that we had, and every game thus far he was there. He carried the back line, he did whatever he could. And yeah, granted, he makes a fault or two any given game, but yesterday for me he was flawless.
Kevin, who do
Seeing
you
the same
have?
questions coming my way.
Yeah.
So if I was before Frederic, I would have given that answer of Kelly. And just one more sentence on him before I give my answer. Tremendous respect for someone who received almost nothing but criticism when he joined, not just from fans and the Juventus community, but from pundits, people in the media, just talking about just how far Juve's defense has fallen to pick some guy up who's barely getting time at Newcastle, how he's going to get compared to Dean Huijsen, just a player that never was for us in the first team. And he had some shaky performances for sure with all of that on top of him. But for everything we know to have been true over the summer, and how he stayed and how he trained and how he wanted to prove himself, and for what he's shown on the pitch today, he's one of these players who's giving his best. And I'm not trying to say that he's ever going to be able to get to Chiellini, Cannavaro, Barzaghi, but he is giving us his best, and we are seeing great performances from him. And for him to have the mental strength and fortitude to overcome that, keep his head down, and just put out these performances, it's commendable, and hats off to him.
Plus,
He have a very big testicles.
Yeah, and I love it.
Yeah,
And what
yeah.
Maz in the chat here on YouTube here from Mazmiv 3B. Sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. Kelly is here to show everyone wrong, and I love that. I'm here for it too, and I love his story.
I want
Go
to.
ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead,
sorry,
Frederic.
sorry.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to add. Zach and I spoke about that during a summer episode of the Scoop, I think, when I reported that Kelly stayed in Turin. And ironically, we got a lot of backlash in the sense that people were saying, "Oh, what good is he? He could stay in Turin for 3 years, even more." And he's a shit defender and things like that. But Zach and I were very positive about that, and we still are, because you can see the results. But I think it's also a fact that he genuinely loves Juventus. And I know it's a bit of a stretch to say that because he's not been here for that long. And I know that, love for a certain team in this period of time within the sport of football is very hard to come by. But I honestly think that if you're an individual who basically lands in a new country, new culture, new language, you could see that you're struggling and then take time to invest your own free time into not only training, but getting to know the culture better, the city better, the language better. And you see that pay off. Like, that is so rewarding, not just for him as a player, but I think for the whole team. I think Kelly sends a clear message saying to the team, okay, I'm somebody who maybe doesn't have what it takes to be that next Chiellini, to be that next Bonucci, but maybe I don't want to. Maybe I just want to reach my 100% of what I can do with what I can do, and therefore contribute to the greater good, which is Juventus. And not only is that very humbling, but it's such a nice revenge arc for him personally that you cannot help but love the guy for that. And I'm sorry that I took your words and then took you guys hostage, but I just wanted to get that off my chest because this is.
I mean, it's how my season started, right? I was fortunate enough to be at some of the matches early in the season, including the crazy 4-3 win against Inter. Me and my buddy who were going to the game, we got interviewed by Tutto Sport and like, who's going to score? And everyone was like, Kelly, just kind of joking that he's still kind of this just like fraud within the team. And who scores first? Kelly in that match. And then from there, I just think that was a weight off of his shoulders. And from that match onwards, I think really started to stand out with the fans.
You guys have better memory than I do. Did he have really bad performances ever? What was his worst? Where we were like, what have we done?
Last season,
the whole season.
Yeah. I mean, and he was just set up in a lot of ways to fail for the fan base, right? The whole Dean Huijsen comparison, and I don't need to rehash what these gentlemen have said, but the mental fortitude that Kevin indicated to turn around and be as good as he is, I stick by what I've been saying since I think Game 3, that he is the comeback player of the year for me, and he has consistently proven that he deserves that.